What up, though, y'all? How you living? Yeah, I'm day drinking. I'm just gonna come right out on and say it. Something's been bothering me. A lot of different things go on this YouTube page or even being in the YouTube streets. But real life happens as well. Now, you may not know this, but Juan-O is a landlord. And then my everyday life of how I make money, I come in contact with something that I like to refer to as the loser mentality. Now, see, my mother had me young. I come from poverty. You know what I'm saying? No, my mother wasn't on drugs or nothing like that. But poverty is poverty. Her mother was in poverty. You know what I'm saying? It was generational poverty. Facts. So this ain't about this in my family or nothing like that. This is about the loser mentality, right? So as a kid, when my mother had me, she had the mentality that no matter what, it was certain things that she was going to accomplish. And she accomplished those things. Now that transitioned into me feeling like whatever I wanted to do, I was going to accomplish. Now, I'm not expecting nobody to have my same determination or drive for being responsible or obtaining accomplishments, but you should have your own drive. You should have your own quality and care for accomplishing things that you set out to do. It should matter to you if you pay your rent. It should matter to you if you got money saved. It should matter to you if your kids know to clean up behind themselves. It should matter to you that you take care of where you live at. Now, right now we're going through an election, and most landlords then raise the price of their rent. It's a whole lot of things going on in America. Has Juan-O raised the price of rent in any of his houses? No. But the price of me owning houses has skyrocketed. Insurance wise, taxes. You got all of these people getting free money to buy a house, so they overpaying for it with a bad interest rate. And now my taxable value goes up. And they not even gonna keep their house. They gonna end up losing the motherfucker because they couldn't afford to be a homeowner anyway, or wasn't responsible enough to be a homeowner anyway. So it's like really messing up the game. And it's like for somebody like me to not pass that cost on to renters, it's a real issue with some of the things I deal with. Man, I went to one of my houses today. The brand new 5-month old $500 screen door is off the fucking frame. The whole frame is broken. The brand new security door on the side door, I think that boy cost me like 300 or 400. Had to get it with the frame and stuff like that. All bad. And then it dawns on me like the last people I rented this house to did this shit. The same damage. And it's not just with how people treat their houses. When I was talking to this young lady, she was like, well, you the only person that looked out in this, that, or whatever. And it's like, yeah, so why would you not treat that with respect? If all the other places that was just as nice as the one I rented to you wanted to charge you another $400 a month, why wouldn't you appreciate what you got? And now you ready to appreciate it that you about to lose it? Like the lose, then that's what I'm talking about. This whole loser mentality, the idea that you could do what you want, treat things how you want to treat them, and everything is just gonna work out is malarkey. It don't work that way, baby. And the rest of us don't owe you shit. And some of us are tired of having our heartstrings pulled on because when you scratch the surface of some of these people, every problem they have is a self-inflicted problem. All the healing, people be always talking about we need to heal, we need to heal. Most of these motherfuckers are trying to heal from self-inflicted wounds. It's like, for example, the first thing you get control over when you coming into adulthood is your body. Some of us have abused the fuck out our bodies the whole time. How could you expect somebody to feel sorry for you and you abused it the whole time? You ain't did no exercise. You ain't never ate a vitamin. You been sitting on your ass. You drink a whole 2 liter a day. You don't drink no water. Now we're not even talking about doing no extra shit. We just talking about basic. Man, you don't eat no vegetables. You know, you get where I'm going with this. What do you expect? Some of y'all, and then some of you, and then on the lady side of the game, the first thing you do is get control of your body too. Same as the man. First thing you do is start giving it away to people, unworthy people, and then you end up with bags and bags and loads of unworthy shit that you have to now carry around. And this is where this whole my thing with some of this stuff going on in elections, like abortions never help nobody else be more responsible. If anything, I think it helps people be more irresponsible. But neither the way, it ain't my place to tell somebody they could or couldn't do it, or should or shouldn't do it. As a man, I don't have any reproductive rights, none. If some woman comes in contact with my semen, whatever she decides to do with it is pretty much what she decides to do with it. Now I gotta pay for it, but I don't even have a choice. Now that's the one thing that gets overlooked. But when you look at these type of situations, like right here, baby girl over there with that democratic welfare and all of them other things, to the point that she can't see that she got the power to change her own life. She got the power to make her own life better. She don't necessarily even need that government assistance. But that loser mentality make you feel like you got to fit that mold. And then even if you is getting that government assistance, you ain't got to live like that. Why do people live like that? Why do you have a driveway full of trash? You know, and now that it came out with this homeschool stuff, you got a lot of people raising their kids in a nasty house, with them going to school in that same nasty house. And then their kids gonna have to eventually come out into the world and deal with my kids. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And then why would you want your kids to be losers? Why do you every day come home and walk past trash in your driveway and on your porch? How do you sit on the couch and you got trash on the floor all around your house, bro? Or sis? How do you go out knowing your house has that funky aroma in it? How do you not get the chicken grease off the stove? See, the way we do some things is the way we do all things, and everybody doesn't have to be perfect, but everybody should be trying to be their best self, at least attempting to be so. At the very least, you should be attempting to be your best self. I can't tell you. I don't know, man. What's bothering me about this is these are the people that always need help. You know, everybody needs help. But as far as these people, they always got a problem. And this is why. Because you the problem. Everywhere you go, there you are. And the young lady that's renting my house or whatever, of course, she can't afford no $1,600 rent and take care of all the kids she had or got with the daddy missing. And that's what I'm saying. When you look at it, it's a cabal of carelessness. Damn, I don't even know if that was the proper word to use. It's a and it's like, whether I'm at my day job or whether I'm in my own personal businesses, because you gotta, in this world, you gotta damn near be doing both. You know what I'm saying? Now dig this here. Do it matter to me if they fuck up one of my houses? Not really. Not really. If they burn it down, the insurance to cover it. The damage that they end up doing, you know, me and Junior gonna paint it. I'm gonna do the wood floors or whatever. Now, if she catch up on the rent that she owed me or whatever, how can I say this? Depending on what you in the game for, it, as long as you know what you in the game for, it always ends up working out. I'm in the game for assets. You know what I'm saying? I have 4 kids. The more assets I accrue that are cash producing, then it gives them a cash flow. You know what I'm saying? And I leave them in trust along with the insurance money, to where they getting a piece of cash flow maybe 4 times a year. You know what I'm saying? Real simple. You know, they use terms like generational wealth and all of that shit, but how they telling it to you is a myth. What you have to do is you have to create assets that's going to always maintain value, leave them under the ownership of something your kids can control, like a trust. You understand? And you don't let that money go directly to them. You have that money go to other investments and let your kids get a taste of the interest. And bam, then that way that original $1 million from insurance and whatever is in there already. They never actually touched that. You feel me? You know, you think about it, $1 million in a money market account or something like that. That's probably about they somewhere between seven and probably somewhere between 7 and 9%. You know what I'm saying? Some years you might get lucky and get a 10 or 12% year. But what you got to understand is we talking about 70, be somewhere between 70,000 to 120,000 a year. So my four kids, and this is just off my life insurance money. My four kids could whack up, you know what I'm saying, anywhere between 70 and 120,000 a year between the four. Now, if they make 100, now if they do the 120, a lot of people barely making 40,000 a year. You get me? But they gonna obviously be making more than that because I'm gonna try to put more into that in it on top of what they gonna make off of what they doing. And that's really how you set generational wealth. You buying a house and living in it is not how you build generational wealth, if that term exists. You know, life insurance and things like that is a very big part of that. You know what I'm saying? So are assets that, because if you own a house and your kids got to live in it, they're not making no money off of that. You feel me? Anyway, the loser mentality. Look, I spent about 2 years of my life being a loser, straight up. Like a little bit after high school, you know what I'm saying? I had went to college and shit wasn't going how I needed it to go or how I should have went, and I had got up there unprepared. And came back, had a little dead end job that was paying me straight, and I just kind of hung around being a little bit of a loser. But I was, I was a loser to me looking back at it. But I did have my own spot. It was fully furnished and nice. I did have a car, whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't applying myself how I could have. I would have already been rich had I been applying myself how I could have. And then when that shit hit the fan on me, then I had to jump into the streets, which was kind of crazy because it's like I'm 21, I'm 21 coming into the streets. Even though I had been around the streets, I knew everybody and things like that, but I had already been trying to do something different since high school. And outside of the couple times I dallied in the streets to make money, but now I'm 20 years old and I'm really in it. Loser mentality put me there. What I want to tell you is every day you wake up, that's a new opportunity to be better. You can start and you start small. Start by cleaning all that trash out your driveway. It's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all. I see it in my day job. Whole driveway and porch, sun porch full of trash. Like, man, you could paint art on that sun porch. You can make a store on that sun porch. There's so many things you could do on that sun porch if you clean that motherfucker off. You know what I'm saying? Let's start there. Get the clutter out your life. That'll help you get the clutter out your brain. You know, okay, you can't pay your rent on time. Let's make it your point to pay your cable bill on time. And this the whole problem with some of that shit. Like a motherfucker still be having lashes, did. So you got the willpower to do something. It's just where you're applying it to. And where you pick to apply your willpower is what makes the difference in between the loser mindset and the winner mindset. Because this loser mentality is ravishing the black community. On top of the fact everybody feel like they could just do whatever, be doing, say whatever because they feel away, which is really the most wacky shit in the world, you know? And I know people be talking about the background or whatever, but like, um, I be moving around. I be moving around. Everybody don't always like what I say. Some people don't like me playing things straight down the middle. And I mean, it pretty much is what it is, but I don't want to necessarily invite nothing. So like, as we finish building the channel, we will have our stationary scenes and sites where I interview somebody. You know what I'm saying? We will. Juan-O's world still exists. You know what I'm saying? It still is a place. That's a FINAC. And that's that, man. Like, look, loser mentality. I tell you a personal story about this YouTube page starting. I'm talking to my son, and it's like he didn't seem to have any drive for none of the things that we had got him involved in, that he asked us to get involved in. Of course, he got drive for boxing. Of course, he got drive to play football, but then he still be kind of slacking in them areas too, because we might have to wake him up on game day. It ain't supposed to go like that. Nonetheless, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him. And I'm like, son, you got to find something that you believe in so you can apply yourself to it, so you can learn it, so you got something to do for your life as a skill. You know, if somebody had told me to find something I like to do and do it good and I get paid for it, then my life would probably be different. So I'm giving him the advice I wish somebody had gave me, right? As I'm giving it to him, I realize, hold on, nigga, this some bullshit because you ain't doing it. So I stopped and I told him, I'm like, son, you know what? What I just said is some bullshit because I ain't applying myself to nothing that I want to do, that I like to do just because I like it and seeing how it go and if I can make some money off. Boom. So, well, what you want to do, Dad? Man, I always wanted to grab the microphone and tell some jokes. I couldn't get off work early enough to get to the comedy clubs to try my jokes out. So I took my 8 minutes worth of jokes and I compressed them into a song called Community Dick. Because my jokes was all about me and how I was living and how my decisions had affected my life. You know what I'm saying? So nonetheless, I put the song out because I'm telling my son, like, I'm gonna see it through no matter what. And this is where it's leading me. Because that's the thing about following a dream. You may have the dream to be the biggest actor, and you go following that dream and you liking it, and it leads you to a whole bunch of different places. Next thing you know, you're a writer or a movie producer or you a showrunner. These is jobs you didn't even think about where you make a shit ton of money and you feel needed. You feel like you do something every day. You get to see your real work. You understand? Every day. Damn, that was fucked up. You ain't never seen a nigga just slide his own chair down. Anyway, you get to see your real work. That makes a big difference, but you don't know that until you start going on that journey. So what I would want to share with you is, of course, you wouldn't call yourself a loser, but I would. I'll call you a loser in a heartbeat to your face. And I'm not saying that because you don't have redemption. I'm saying that because I want you to know that loser mentality is going to cause you to take big losses, baby. Now, look at me. Does it affect me when somebody can't pay their rent? Hell, fuck yeah. But long as I don't have a loser mentality, I'm going to be okay. That's the whole point, baby. You know, like y'all got to get up out of that shit. You got to start somewhere. Pick anywhere in your life and just start doing better with that part. Be it your kids, be it your home. Fuck it. It could be keeping your car clean. But once you develop the skill to care about something, then you can apply that everywhere. And the more things you approach with care, the more beneficial it's gonna be with you. Right now, the only thing we be caring about is how we feel, or how we make somebody else feel, or how somebody may feel about us. And let me tell you, to care about any of them couple of things is the dumbest shit you could ever do. You know what I'm saying? Now I know y'all be talking. I seen some people in my comments because some of the more drama filled stories get attention on my page. Like I don't really have no control over that. But wherever you see Juan-O at, he gonna always be positive even if I'm in a negative situation. That's just how I roll. Now, it's a million ways to blow your channel up, but don't you ever feel like you got to be negative just to get people to tap in with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't true. And I'm not negative. You know what I'm saying? This whole situation just straight pissed me off, but like I'm not frowning. And then this ain't my only tenant with some stuff going on like this. I got one that want to be a lesbian but can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? When you want to be a lesbian, you really gonna be going 50-50 or paying all your own bills. And a lot of chicks want to live off a man but be a lesbian. And it's like, nah, I can't give you free rent because you're a lesbian. I can't be accepting late rent payments because you're a lesbian. And then it's like the expectations. Then the number one thing that bothers me is a motherfucker have a house or rent a house and you got 3, 4, and 5 grown adults in there. Do you know all three of y'all could pay $250 and your rent will be on time? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And the crazy part is these motherfuckers, because there's so many adults in the house, they got to go buy hotels and all type of shit. You got hotel money? You know what I'm saying? Priorities is all fucked up. Loser mentality. Loser mentality. You think about it like this. Some motherfuckers smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, right? A pack of cigarettes is $11, right? 11 times 7 is 77. Did I just fuck up? So every week they spending $77 on motherfucking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? That's $154. 300, no. Yeah. Then $308 at the end of the year. I mean, not the end of the year, at the end of the month. God damn it. $308 at the end of the month. That's a percentage of your rent. And when you add up the other little individual things that you don't need, that's killing you, that you're doing like that in your life, what you'll understand is you choosing your own destruction over your own comfortability. And that's okay. Everybody has that choice. But does it have to affect everybody else? Like, because the same way I rent houses, I rent one myself. So I have to pay somebody they rent every month. You know what I'm saying? Which gives me, tax break for Juan-O's World at the end of the year. That's what some of you Kamala Harris supporters don't understand. What she's saying is you still got to make it through the year, and then you might can get a credit for this or that when you file your taxes. Not that that's going to be money in your pocket. But anyway, this is why we be in control like this. There's so many people with the loser mindset and loser mentality that don't even know it. And with that being said, every day is another opportunity to be a better version of yourself. You should take it, man. The best thing you can do for anybody around you is be the best you. And some of y'all got talent. Some of y'all are attractive. Some of y'all are a lot of things. Why you want to sit there living like a bum, looking like a loser? Why? Some of y'all nurses out here making 50, 60,000 a year, living in a dirty ass house. Why? Why are you teaching your kids to roll like that? Some of y'all got people helping y'all or doing favors for y'all, and the first thing you do is fuck them over. Why? And then you cry about people not being there for you. Ain't nobody there. It's not people not there for you because they don't want to be. People not there for you because they can't be, because you full of shit. And to be honest with you, it's people like you sucking up all the help. So a nigga like me can't get no help. I gotta be 100% self-sufficient, independent, or able to pay everybody at all times. Because bums like you sucking up all the help. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, we out.